Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great day so far. I want to show you a little trick. So I got this '09 Chrysler Town & Country that I'm working on. The brakes are grinding in the front. I'm not going to make a video on changing pads and rotors, and it's kind of pointless. I'm actually doing calipers too. I'm not going to go through all of that on this vehicle. But anyway, one day I'll make another video. I've done it before, but I'll make another video on doing pads and rotors and calipers and hoses and stuff. But anyway, what I wanted to get at with this is, let me just show you what I got. So here, this side is grinding, as you can see, right into the rotor. So the caliper itself compresses fine, no problem. I actually had it in further than that. I have no problem. Basically, I took a screwdriver, stuck it in between the pad here and the caliper itself, and pried it out, and the piston moved in. You know, no issues, no problem. It worked, no problem. Then when I get to this side, I was able to move it with a lot of force. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it all the way in. It stopped right there, and it took a lot of force to get it to that point. So I'm like, all right, this caliper's hanging up is what's happening. So with it hanging up, this side's not doing a lot of braking. The other side is doing most of the braking. Although this side's pretty well worn. As you can see, there's hardly anything left to the pad. So could it be a hose? Yep, it could be a hose. So we are going to do, I know this customer very well. The customer is very good at, if it needs it, fix it. So we're going to do calipers, rotors, pads, hoses. So the little trick I wanted to show you is this. Because when you take a line off or you take a caliper off or something like that, you get fluid leaking out everywhere. I like to avoid that whenever possible. So this is what I do. You come to the interior, and if you look down, between the brake pedal and the seat, I wedged the small pry bar, and I basically used a power seat, made the power seat go all the way forward, and I depressed the brake pedal about a quarter of the way, I'd say. What's my reason for doing that? My reasoning is, you push the caliper down, or the brake pedal down, about a quarter way. In the master cylinder, the pistons are actually past the reservoir opening. So now, the reservoir is not going to self-drain, like self-bleed. It's not going to do that. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to keep the fluid up in the master. So when I take the lines off, it's not going to sit there and just drain out and make a mess all over the place. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the hoses, the calipers, the rotors, the pads. Then when I'm done with that, I'll open up the bleeders. I'll come back up here. I'll take that pry bar out. Let the pedal go back to where it's supposed to be. Make sure the fluid's full on the master. I'm going to let it gravity bleed for a little bit. Then I'm going to have somebody hop in it, and then I'm going to bleed it. So, like I said, the reason to press the pedal down is the piston in the master goes past the reservoir, and it basically blocks it and keeps the reservoir from draining. So, I thought that might be a little helpful hint for you, to show you what I go through on a daily basis, but I've been doing that for many, many, many years. And even if you didn't press the calipers back, let's say you had to open up the brake system for whatever reason, you can press down on that, no big deal. You crack the line open, yeah, you'll get a spray because there's pressure underneath it, or behind it, you'll get a spray, no big deal. But it won't let the master completely drain out. Bonus, you really want to make a mess? Do you want to actually maybe make a mistake and forget, like you get taken away from a job, and now all of a sudden the master actually drained completely out? Now you got a bigger problem, because now you got air throughout the system. Now you got to do a complete bleed and get all the air out. You may have air in the ABS unit now. So I like to avoid stuff like that whenever possible. So this is a good way to do that. And depending on the car, it may not take all that long to drain the master cylinder completely out. Why go through that? So hopefully it'll help some of you out. If you're getting something out of my videos, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, that's it for now. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.